We were aboard the good ship Giant Stride out of San Pedro. After traveling about 9 miles offshore, we arrived alongside our objective, the oil platform Eureka. The plan was for us to help Eric gather images and content for a story he was writing. The rest of us were just excited for the chance to dive on these impressive landmarks. Briefed and suited up, we readied to drop into the clear offshore waters. Captain Jim kept strict watch on each of us as we made our entries, and then we quickly moved to the edge of the platform supports that were to provide us with protection from unwary vessels that might happen by. All safely in the water, we looked on with some apprehension as our boat withdrew to await our return to the surface. But looking around, it was clear that there were at least a few friendly faces. And sure enough, we quickly had a playful and curious escort for the start of our dive. As we began our initial descent to a depth of about 60 feet, Jason, the free-diving hunter of our group, made his entry, and our playmate quickly vanished. But with impeccable timing, 4 large yellowtails made a quick appearance just as Jason turned his back and went deeper into the structure. Within the supports and production shafts of the platform, we explored the inhabitants of this artificial reef, the most garish of which were the bright orange Garibaldi. On the structure was a thick mat of invertebrates, including sea scallops, strawberry anemones, and a plethora of sponges and tunicates. We continued our explorations and photography up and down the pillared halls of this underwater cathedral, rising hundreds of feet from the seafloor below us. The first platform that we dove on this morning was the Eureka, and it had been several years since the supports of this platform had been cleaned. These thick incrustations, while beautiful and engaging, presented a potential danger to the platforms, as they significantly increased the drag produced by the swells and currents that press against them. As a result, periodically this marine cloak is unceremoniously blasted from the surface. Moving to the platform called Ellen, the contrast created by this cleaning was immediately apparent as we gazed upon the comparative wasteland before us. The eeriness of this starkly barren structure was made all the more imposing by the unexpected arrival of our free-diving hunter, who also found it hard to locate any targets of interest. But patience and persistence won again, and as our air supplies reached their limits, our playful pinniped rejoined us for an extended farewell. Returning to the surface once again, we sheltered under the platform as Captain Jim maneuvered to retrieve us. And under the shadow of these engineering marvels, we boarded our ship and took one last look before we headed back to shore.